Hi there, I'm just going to give you an overview of the Siemens Openscape application MyAttendant. When MyAttendant is installed, you'll have the icon on your desktop. It will say My Portal, but it's the same software that runs MyAttendant. So if you double click on that, and then it will take you into the logon screen, which is your extension number and your password that you previously set up for your voicemail. So if you log into that, select MyAttendant, you can then save the password and it won't ask it again. So if we log in, and it will then bring up this screen when it opens up. So this is the kind of the default screen. So as you can see on the right hand side here, you've got all your keys. So this is kind of like replicating if you had like a busy lamp field previously. It's kind of bringing it all onto here. So you can set this up for different speed dial keys that you want. So you can just right click on that and add a user. This can be external, internal, anybody you want. You can set up the keys, and then you can see exactly what's going on with them. So if it's all real time. So if we pick up the phone there, we can see that Lou Strong is on the phone. So we can see exactly what's going on within the company. Along the top here, you've also got your internal directory. So that's just another way of looking at it. So it's all in there, and it'll show you all the different people. And again, it's all real time, so we can see when people are on the phone. And you've got your personal directory, which is your Outlook contacts. So when MyAttendant opens up, it imports all your Outlook contacts into the personal directory. So you can, again, it's exactly the same as this. You can right-click on somebody, or just double-click on the icon, and it will call them. So we'll hang that up. So, and it's the same with the default. On the default, if you wanted to call anybody, you can just click on the button and away you go. That's a call being made. Nice and easy to make a call. You can also right click on them and you can change their presence as well. So if somebody say is phoned in sick, you can then go into their status and change them and put them into sick. There's a other host of different things you can also do on there. But what we'll do is we'll just do some basic calls coming in and show how the transfer works and how easy it is to transfer calls. So I'm just doing this with internal extensions just to make it a bit easier. So if we do a call coming in, so there's a call coming in. We've got the keys down the bottom here. So we've got an F6 there. So we could either use the F6 on the keypad on your PC, or you can click on the F6. So now we're in conversation with a call. We can speak to them. We can now put the call on hold. So if we right click on them, we can place the call on hold. We could do a blind transfer, a supervised transfer, park the call, add a notice, or disconnect the call. So if we just place the call on hold, it then puts the call into the bottom screen. So this is kind of where all your park calls, your held calls, your transferred calls drop into. So what we can do here now is we can then reconnect the call, or if we just wanted to say this is for a call for somebody who's already on the phone, just say if it was for Lou, we could then put on there Lou. So we don't lose any calls. We know exactly who they're for. Then if you hover over them, you can see that call's for Lou. So then maybe Lou's there. We could see he was previously on the phone. He's now not on the phone. So what we can do is reconnect the call. We can then speak to the caller and say, want to transfer? Yep, let's put him through to Lou. So all you need to do now is just drag him over into Lou. So now Lou's ringing. So Lou takes the call. We can speak to Lou. Hi Lou, we've got a call for you. Do you want to take the call? Yes, please. Click on yes, and that is the call transferred. Nice and easy, drag and drop, call transfer. So that was a supervised transfer. What we can also do, because you can have the application set as a blind transfer, so you don't have to speak to the third party, or just as a, but I think most people do, like to speak and announce the call before they drop the call. So we'll just do that again. So we'll do it again, 108, extension 100. So a call comes in. I'll press F6 this time on my keypad, so we can answer the call like that, F6, and we can now, if we just wanted to transfer that call straight through, we can drag it over to Lou. That call's going. If we want to do a blind transfer, we could just do yes straight away now, and that's a call gone. So then Lou takes the call, and that's fine. So nice and easy way of answering the call and and transferring the call. If we wanted to say transfer the call to Lou's voicemail, if we know that Lou's on the call, so we'll make Lou unavailable. So he's on a call at the moment. We get another call coming in. We take the call. We answer that. We know that Lou's on the call. We know that Lou's on the call, so we can now, if we want to, we can now transfer the call to his voicemail. So if we now go to phone, send call to voicemail, we can do that, and now that call has been transferred to Lou's voicemail. So a nice and easy way of transferring calls if you know they're on the phone. Nice and easy way of doing it. The other buttons that we've got down here, so it's all obviously it relates to your F keys on your keyboard. You can record a call, you can dial a call. That's into the message center, which we'll cover in a bit. Park a call if you're using the call park feature. Again, we can transfer the call, so we can either right click on the actual call when it comes in, or we can use one of the F keys. Again, we can use the F key to put the call on hold, answer the call, search for somebody, and there's your directories, which you've also got at the top. So there's a few ways that you can answer calls and transfer calls. You can either, whatever suits you, when a call comes in, you can either do the right click and handle a call that way, or you can use your F keys at the bottom. So if we go into the message center, so we can look at everybody's messages in the company. This needs to be allowed via the person to make sure that they want you to do this. So just say somebody is off sick, and we've got a customer calling in saying, look, I've left loads and loads of messages for so-and-so, can you please get somebody to call me? So if you wanted to listen to their messages, you can go into their message center, and let's go in the plate, and you can then listen to the company-wide personal messages if they've allowed it. Obviously not everybody wants this to happen, but you've got that facility, to go into this and handle everybody's calls, and then you could move that message, maybe forward that message to a different person in the company, send that to Lou, then he can then deal with it and listen to that message. So it's a nice feature there if you want to use that. What else have we got? So that's the calls coming in. We've also got the conference feature. So this is again very similar to the My Portal. It's an ad hoc conference. We can set up a conference and just drag and drop people into the conference. Also, we've got here the we'll put the external people on here. So if we just want to make a quick outbound call, there you go. Away you go. The call's going out. So just click on a call to take it. Let's have a look. If we go into the setup here, ask you for the password, which is your voicemail password, and we can then, it's very similar to My Portal, but if you go down to the bottom, there's the attendant. So you've got different functionalities that you can set in here. You can set messages up, you can add your own DIDs for inbound calls. This is where we set up the unattended forward. So if you're going out to lunch, you want the call to be forward somewhere, we could then put in, say, another attendant, maybe it's for emergencies as well. So then we could save that. So now, when we want to go operational, we've got it as at the moment it's inoperational. If we wanted to then go unattended, want to go off for lunch, all our calls will then go to whoever we've set that in the settings for. And again, we can set the night service from here as well. So let's put the system into night service, and it's all from there. And again, we can come back in and make it operational. So that is just a brief overview of MyAttendant.